She's playing down at Gluttony, which is down the end of Run Street on this side, in a venue called the Pigtails. Cosmopolitan said, raw, super smart hilarity. So you're going to have to really clap a lot. You guys are going to have to clap a lot. Kit, you're going to have to clap. All right, going to make all the staff are going to have to clap while I get them out. We've got to get them out, don't we? We have to get them out. So you guys have to go crazy. You're going to have to go super crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, put your hands together, make some noise for Alice Fraser. Come on, come on. That's good. That's good. That's good. Here we go.
Hello. This is classic. I'm enjoying you. Young man, what's your name? You have a name? Yeah, what's your name? Charlie. Good name, Charlie. This side of the audience is my favourite so far. Aww. Crowds have gone wild. This is a song that I wrote for a guy I've been seeing recently, and I say I've been seeing him, he hasn't been seeing so much of me. We just catch the bus together really, but I sit very close, and I love him. It came to a head about a week and a half ago. I was there, he was there, he turned to me and he said, "Who are you?" So I took my cheek off his chest and I came out from under his t-shirt and I said, I'm the best stalker in the land. Oh, I'm the best stalker in the land. I'm marauding and bordering on getting restraining ordering. I am the best stalker in the land. There are just no words to say what I want to express. There are just no words to say what I want to express. Does it still count as assault if I'm wearing a dress? You'll never know that from the shadows I am watching you. Well, obviously now I told you you do. I'll always be listening when you are talking. I will be 3 steps behind wherever you are walking. I'll replace your grandpa clock and stand the corner ticking. And I'm the girl to call if ever your face needs a licking. I'll stare in your window while you are sitting. I stapled a love note onto a dead kitten. You would have found it lying on your doorstep today, but I forgot to kill it, so it ran away. I'll call you at 3 AM when you're alone. Yeah, I'll be all creepy and breathe down the phone. Unless it's past your bedtime or you're feeling sleepy, how about call me back on the landline? It's expensive to be creepy. I'm the best stalker in the land. Oh, I'm the best stalker in the land. I'm threatening, pants wetting, I'm damp palms and upper lips sweatening. I am the best stalker in the land. Thank you. It's very nice. I think I've doubled my audience. That's a nice thing to know. So I should give you guys some jokes just for being here. They're just one-liner jokes. They're on the back of my flyers. You can take them home. They're dating tips, so not all age appropriate, but I think there's one that will work for you. Any gentlemen, you singles? Yeah, women love mystery. This is a good dating tip. Women love mystery, so order extra tomato. When the meal arrives, pick out all the tomato. Why? Exactly. Mystery. This one's for women. This is one for ladies. It says, Google him. On the first date, tell him his life story as your own. Tell him you're him. Make out. It'll be super hot. So for anyone in a relationship, you're in relationships, it's good to know anyway. Every moment is precious. When you're in a relationship, every moment is precious. So don't waste a single second letting them go to the toilet alone. Maintain eye contact. This one says, if Rapunzel were real, she'd have a very muscular neck. Which is funny because it's true.
Where do you find him?
Where do you find if you Google him? Oh, before a first date. So, yeah.
Alright.
This one's for all women, all straight women in the audience. I don't think necessarily there are that many. This one says, look into the eyes of the man you love most in the world. Look into the eyes of the man you love most in the world and know that if you are ever the victim of a violent crime, he is statistically most likely to be the perpetrator. It's funny because it's true. I can't believe I did that to a clown. This one says, you can't fire me out of a cannon, I quit out of a cannon. It's my favourite one. Not everyone enjoys it. This one says 9 out of 10 dentists agree, making dentists the most effective organisational group. And this one says the wheels on the bus go round and round and round and round and round. Good invention, the wheel. Alright, I'll sing one more song and then I will go. My show is at 6:20 at Gluttony. It's up that way. It's called Everyone's a Winner. It's about why I quit corporate law to become a comedian. Mainly because corporate law is shit. This is, I'll let you guys choose. What would you like to hear? Would you like to hear a song? Would you like to hear a lullaby or a song about robots?
Robots.
Okay, round of applause for lullaby. Round of applause for robots. All right. Oh, it's hard to be a woman and it's hard to be a man. It's harder to be a robot. Let me tell you if I can. Tin can. Can you imagine how it feels? It's such bad publicity when people take you out for meals and all you eat is electricity. It's worse than being vegan. That's a joke, obviously. Nothing's worse than being vegan. Sometimes I'd like to be a rebel robot with a cause, but it's hard to be a rebel when there are just 3 robot laws, and one of them's don't rebel, and the other ones don't talk about Fight Club, and the other ones don't talk about Fight Club. It's typical. That it don't talk about Fight Club. And why would I want to talk about Fight Club anyway? It's not as if it deals with the concerns of robots. I'm not worried about sublimating a secondary identity. I don't even have a primary one. Unless you consider binary 1, 1, 0, 1. That was a terrible pun. But I don't mean to sound bitter. It's not as if bitterness is one of the options available to me anyway. It's not as if you can download bitterness on iTunes. I tried. All I got was Kanye West. Thank you very much. I'm Alice Fraser. See you guys around. No, you don't. Here's more tips. This is interesting because it's important to know what's sexy, right? It's important to know, you see it in magazines, you see it in television, but no one ever tells you why things are sexy. They only tell you that things are sexy, but they don't tell you why. So here are 3 things that are sexy and why they're sexy, okay? Number 1, winking is sexy. Winking is sexy, right? Winking is sexy because by deliberately bringing on a lack of depth perception, you show you're willing to live dangerously. I have no idea how far away you are right now, and it's hot. Number 2, touching is sexy. Physical contact is sexy, right? Do you know why it's sexy? Physical contact is sexy because it proves that you're not imaginary. And that is something I look for in a man. Number 3, the sultry half-lidded gaze is sexy. The sultry half-lidded gaze, you see it in magazines all the time. The sultry half-lidded gaze looks a little bit like this. It's very sexy. The sultry half-lidded gaze is sexy because it implies that you might fall asleep at any second. So you're a scarce resource. It's supply and demand economics. Some of you thought that was a consent joke, but it wasn't. It was a supply and demand economics joke. I don't usually use the word consent in that joke, but we have children in the audience. I don't know. I'm probably getting a little bit political before I leave. A few things. Obviously, looking at me, you would be able to tell I love cage fighting. I love cage fighting. I love cage fighting because I see it as a journey towards hugs. Just 2 angry men that can't express their emotions, punch, punch, grapple, oh, hold me, daddy, why did you never love me? That's a beautiful thing about cage fighting. Does anyone here watch cage fighting? Did anyone here see the Rousey fight yesterday? Anyone here a cage fighting fan? That's all right. I'll tell you why I love cage fighting. There was a guy who was big in the cage fighting scene about 5 years ago, and he's my favorite. His name is Kimbo Slice. Yeah, you know. So for those of you who don't know, Kimbo Slice is a huge guy. He has no hair on top of his head and just hair under his chin, like someone turned his hair upside down. And he punched a man's ear off. In a fight. He punched a man's ear off, right? Whoa! And the interviewer afterwards said to him, "So, Kimbo, Mr. Slice, Sir Slice, you punched this man's ear off. I didn't think that was even possible." And Kimbo Slice replied, and this is why I love cage fighting so much, Kimbo Slice replied, "Anything's possible if you dream." So the moral of the story is reach for the stars, you too can achieve. I love cage fighting. I hate women's magazines because my mom was sick when I was growing up, so I never learned how to be a woman. I sort of thought it came with the parts, and then I realized that there are ways of being a woman that are better. Like there are women that are better at being women than other women, and I learned that from women's magazines, right? They're messed up, and you see them, they're always full of those amazing girls who have that kind of evenly distributed oily gleam that implies sexiness, because actual sex is location-specific moisture, but sexiness is evenly distributed moisture. I think that's the rule. But you see them, and you look at them and they give you weird ideas about yourself, and then I stopped reading them, and I started reading the Scientific American instead, because I thought I should learn facts instead, and I learned that the earliest known primate weighed less than a golf ball. It's a good Scientific American fact, but when I read that, I thought, oh my God, can we stop with the unrealistic body expectations in magazines? It's stressing me out. It's very unattainable. It's a rough joke. So yeah, well, kid-friendly. You wait. The one that I normally close that section on is so not kid-friendly. But come see my show. It's called Everyone's a Winner. It's about why I quit being a corporate lawyer. Here's a hint. It's horrible. It's horrible. Don't do it. It's horrifying. But I should close on something funny, right? So that you remember me fondly. And I'm not sure what that should be, really. Has anyone here done time travel? Like other than the normal one that's like 1 second per second into the future time travel where you're just moving forward at the same pace as everyone else, except when it's with my uncle it's like 1.5 seconds per second because he's kind of a incredibly boring warp in the time-space continuum, and every minute you spend with him feels like 1.5 minutes. I don't like the idea of time travel. Would anyone here time travel if they could?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, people say.
I was on the wrong cigarette.
Oh, you were on the wrong cigarettes. Is that a drug reference with children in the audience?
Oh God, no.
No, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that at all. I don't think I would time travel. I think the future is horrifying and the past is regrettable, and I have enough trouble managing in the now. And just imagine going to the future. Everyone will have weird part-time internet jobs. Like you'll meet someone who's been working for 50 years and the pinnacle of their career was 6 months as social media manager for Coles. Everyone will have these weird jobs, and then if you go into the past, remember the past? Remember when we thought pogs were cool? Remember when that was the highlight of your day? And then, imagine going back into the past and having slaves. Imagine that, how uncomfortable that would be to live in a house with slaves, to have slaves. Imagine how uncomfortable it would be to live in a society where we didn't have the common humanity to leave our slaves in another country where we didn't have to look at them. Can you imagine? That was a better punchline in my head than it was in yours, I think. I think that was a good joke. All right, if you enjoyed my comedy, come see my show. If you didn't, don't tell anyone you saw me. All right? And I know some cage fighting moves. Thank you very much. I'm Alice Fraser. Enjoy the rest of your day.